Welcome back to Weekly Tips and Tactics. We are stepping into one of my favorite spaces to talk about the skill sets and tactics that we use to navigate our daily lives. And the reason this is my favorite time and space to talk about it is because we are approaching the holiday season, right? I know so many of you could raise your hand right now if I asked you if Halloween came out before this weekend, right? It's just barely October. And so if in September you are already decorating and gearing up for October, you are one of my holiday people. And that is we tend to get consumed by Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas or Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and these, or whatever the holiday is, right? Because we have Hanukkah also. There are just so many different holidays that happen in this season that they tend to take over. They tend to infiltrate our lives, and they just tend to promote or produce even higher levels of stress when they are really meant to be times of celebration, of experiencing joy and surrounding ourselves with those that we love. So, what are the tips and tactics for this? Number one, well, I'm going to start with this. Number one, go over to my my meetup space and register for one of my upcoming webinars or group meetings, whatever you want to call them. Make this the last year you need a resolution. So that's going to be the first thing you can do. That would be my first tip. But really, in all seriousness, the first thing that you can do is sit down and look at your normal daily routine and the one that serves you, right? That one that says, I get up every morning, I set an intention, I fuel my body effectively, I do what I need to do to reduce my stress levels, reduce my vulnerability, and I end the day with gratitudes and a healthy night hygiene, right? Look at that daily routine and make note of that. And as you're, I don't know, laying out your new calendar, the next thing you want to do is look at your have-tos and put those have-tos on your calendar as well, right? That looks like go to work so you can pay your bills. That looks like whatever, needs you have to take care of for your children, if you still have children at home, any other responsibilities, right? And perhaps you sit on a board, perhaps you belong to a club and so you have other responsibilities. Those things need to stay intact. So you put those in your calendar. And then what you want to do next is look for white space. And so you look at that white space, which might be where you go out to happy hour with your friends, or something else, right? Something else recreational, not recreational as it relates to your health, because we have to keep those things, right? Like our fitness routines, our grocery shopping routines, those things that we have to do for our well-being. But we look for those white space, those things that we throw in our random fun. And that's where we say, I have the time and space and energy to give to what I like to experience in the holiday season. So that might mean on Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m., I have an extra hour. I'm going to pull out my decorations for Halloween. That might look like on Friday, the whatever date, I have time to go to a Halloween function. Or it might look like I don't know, right? Like those things that you like to do, go out and get little Halloween gifts, or, in November, this is I'm going to be putting together Thanksgiving meal. So in October, I want to plan my meal. So I have an hour here. I'm going to start planning my menu. But what we don't do is we don't let it infiltrate our lives. And so we have to be very specific about it. And so incorporating these things into your routine where you have white space is an effective thing to do. So that is my biggest tip for you right now at the very beginning of October as we enter into the holiday season. You'll probably hear a lot more tips on this as it relates to alcohol consumption, as it relates to parties and social events, and as it relates to healthy limits and limitations, as it relates to our food intake, as it relates to our relationship with physical activity, as it relates to our communication with others. So just be mindful that this is a very important space that does last the entire remaining quarter of the year. So we're going to be talking about it. If you have a specific need or you have a specific skill set or tactic that you think would be super helpful to you, drop it in the comments, shoot me a message, give me a call, send me a text. I don't care. Let me know. I'd be happy to put that out there for you or just give you the answer. Talk to you soon.